Hey up guys, what's going on and welcome back to York City. We beat Stoke in the Carabao Cup first round. We drew Leeds, so welcome to a surprise derby. But first, just to run you through those fixtures between Fulham, last time out, 3-0 away from home, and now the second round of the Carabao Cup. But yes, so 2-1 away at Stoke. Good win, really, considering they're in the same division as us. Edgar scored, Lee Town scored, they got one just before half-time, which is incredibly annoying. And then Birmingham rock up, we failed to score, they failed to score. Incredibly boring, if I'm honest. And Birmingham quietly becoming a bogey team. Played them 3 times, we haven't beaten them. And it's not like it's Fulham, who have players like Asaskabar. Birmingham is a team full of players that play for Birmingham. Beat Blackburn 3-2 at home. Following that, though, Ben Squires noticed that Velasquez was inching closer to returning to the first team and decided to get a hat-trick. Does leave me with a dilemma in that position. Thank you for that one, Squires. Although, ironically, the fact he scored 3 goals allowed me to then bring Velasquez on in the dying minutes. Yeah, they got an 82nd minute second goal, which made the last few minutes a little bit tense, but saw it out. Then Oxford 2-1. We scored, they scored, we scored again. Robertson's got his first goals of the season. Thank God. I was slightly worried we were going to have useless backups again. And considering how well Robertson has played on loan and then developed during said loans into a very solid second choice striker, really. I'm glad he's off and running now. Shot's obviously still a couple of weeks away from returning, so we need him to be scoring, if I'm honest. So there we are. Now Leeds, of course, they're in the Premier League now. They got promoted last year, which is why I wasn't expecting to have a derby with them this year. 3 games played in the Premier League, 3 games won for Leeds. Newcastle are in third. Sorry, they beat Man United away from home. Leicester away, Southampton at home, Chelsea away. Guys, I think Leeds might actually be doing something. By the way, shout out to Leeds Huddersfield being both in the Premier League. Really hope they're both still there when we come up. Does make my first marker point a little bit more challenging of becoming the best Yorkshire club if Leeds are going to win a bloody Premier League title. It's 3 games, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Although Newcastle, keep this up please. Beating top 6 teams away from home. Say top 6, where did Man United finish? 6. Well, that does make the Chelsea win for Leeds that little bit more impressive. But we are at home, which is something, I guess. Oh, should just very quickly show you the championship. 6 games played for us lot. And, well, Burnley are the relegated team that are deciding to be a bit rubbish this year. And, yeah, we are second on goal difference and goal difference alone. 4 games won, 2 games drawn, no losses. Palace, once again, unbeaten at the start of the season, just like they were last time, with 3 draws. If they end up with 3 wins and 7 draws again, I'm going to have words with the engine. Evans back, though, 4 assists so far this year, not too bad. Yeah, the form for both teams is pretty good. Leeds naturally favourites. And the team for this one is slightly rotated, I'm going to say. Girona's in goal, Ingler, Borges, Edgar and Shaw. Gonçalves Nacelle will take over that role for today, because this is the first time we've played a match with him at full fitness. He's been on returning to fitness for quite a long while for what was a very minor injury, I seem to think. Anyway, Velasquez starts despite being not match sharp either. Madeira, Leitao and Robertson's up front because, well, Chroma is worse than him, basically. But yeah, a little bit of rotation just because freshness is the thing that I would like to keep. We do play again in 3 days against Cardiff, who are a pretty decent side, the highest wage bill in the league. Yeah, Madeira is slightly annoying. He has good games, he has bad games. Last 5, not great. And Leeds are trying to blind me with their colour scheme. I cannot read basically anything on their page. They won't be about Calvert-Lewin, but he's on the bench, so I think this might be marginally rotated. Karna, I know, is actually a very good young player, and their number 11 is decent, although an attacking midfielder by nature, but certainly can do that striking role reasonably well. Without looking, I think he's on a similar level to Victor Schott overall, who we don't have, so thank you. We're the underdogs here. I'm running with that one. We're not massive second favourites. Worth noting, it was 13-8 and 6-4, which are only separated by basically 0.5. Or 2.5 even, I think. And something's gone in there. It's a goal. It's an own goal, in fact. That's the way you want to start. 1 minute in, give them a goal. Alright, let's see this in 3D, because I'm not really certain what happened there. Okay, Girona saves quite nicely, and I'm pretty certain there Edgar heads it into his own net for no reason. Considering Jordan had saved it, it probably wasn't going in the goal at that point. I don't know. It was hard to tell even in 3D. Shaw, on the wrong side of the pitch. Not quite sure why. Ingler, though, moves in here and still moving in. has a crack. We're home, so I figured we start positive, even though they are a Premier League side. Anyway, Nacelle puts this one in, of course, back on those corner duties, which he's so good at. Disallowed, he's offside, of course. And really, since their own goal, we've not seen much from Leeds. Now, yes, he's offside, although he wasn't by the time he put it in. I sometimes feel like there should be an accommodation made for players who are offside when it starts, but not offside when they receive it. Like that. Robertson, because it's not like they've gained an advantage in any way, shape or form. There was a player between him and the goal at the time he actually had the shot. Lee Tow's on the end of this. He's hit it into the side netting. Still not seen anything from Leeds. They've done something. We've not seen it, but they've done something. I expect to see something better in the second half. I just expect to really I just want to see something, if I'm honest. Lee Spink's been booked. That's been whipped in. It's gone in. Edgar's actually scored it this time. Arguably, it's an own goal. Or it's just a very terrible save. It's gone down as a terrible save. Gonçalves. Edgar's headed it at the goalkeeper. Oh, in 3D, it's more of a flap than it is a ricochet. But it's 1-1. We've evened things up here. 1.5 chance between the two teams in this entire game so far. It's not great going in terms of chance creation. But Connell here passes it forward out to Burke. Shao closes him down. Not particularly well. Gironan has gathered it and has just given it straight to them. That's brilliant goalkeeping, Jesse. Thank you for that. He saved again. Ingler hoofs it. There's already been an own goal. Let's not gift him another one, thank you. Anyway, Sterling now. Not that one, obviously. Lee Towers intercepted that wayward pass, and Robertson has managed to mug number 22 there. Took the shot early. Probably should have maybe waited a little longer for a better opportunity. Anyway, Nacelle, corner time. Don't know why I'm talking. It's from an existing highlight. They brought Calvert-Lewin on. We need to pay attention to him. Why is this highlight still going? Edgar intercepts. Robertson, never mind. Why did that continue? All the way through to that point there. Anyway, Connell. That's hoofed all the way over to Saka, who's not going to get the header either. Robertson on the end of this. Yes, he is. Nacelle. Nice first time pass through to Lee Tower, who's charging down. Again, takes a shot a little early, I think. I know we've got work ball into the box in, but it's not literally work it literally just into the box and then shoot. It's take it as far as you can go and then shoot. I'm taking them both off. They're both booked. They're both not playing particularly well. I want to take the third one off as well. But I'm just thinking we maybe better supply line. Robertson might get a chance. And this goes straight to penalties, I'm pretty certain. I didn't think about that. 87 minutes, 88, 89. Injury time is closely approaching, so I do need to think about the penalties thing. I've taken off one of our better takers. He was one of the worst players on the pitch. Despite being our current best striker, Robertson's penalty taken is 5. Well, realistically, in this situation, we need to get Carlos on. I'm just going to do that for the time being. It's 4 minutes. I hope it goes all right. I'm getting Borges off, whose penalty taken is 3. I'm playing super tactically on this one. There's no more highlights. We got away with it. And now we get to keep that penalty taker around. Shao's the best penalty taker. How's that happened? I mean, he's not taken the first one. Despite the fact his penalty taken is 5, I am looking at the composure and the finishing. We'll start with Carlos. It's sort of working out the averages between them. That's the key thing here. I've gone way too much in depth on that. I've done the full 11. There we are. We start this procession having actually had more of the game. Carlos got the first one. Fantastic news. Our average rating for the game is 6.9, basically. There's a 6.7. Considering the top of the Premier League, we should have won that in the 90 minutes. We actually out-possessioned them. Anyway, Alonso now, to make it 2-1, does so. I mean, last time we did a penalty shootout, there was 21 penalties. Mightn't have been the last time. Might have been the one before last. 2-2 though. Robertson now, with his weak penalty taking, but high finishing and high composure, just about does it. 3-2. Connell. This may rest on the shoulders of Shao or Nacelle. Connell. Oh, I think Jerome does actually get a touch on it, but doesn't keep it out. Shao. Best penalty taker. Best penalty taker. Misses. Sterling. Scores. And now we need Nacelle to score against his former club to stay in this. It's the curse of the best penalty taker. No matter who it is, the best penalty taker will always miss. It's happened time and time again, and it's getting a little irritating. Nacelle, though, gets his run up on, and he's saved as well. I mean, there's no disgrace losing to Leeds, but those penalties were a little atrocious. There's no penalties that are a lottery option, which I kind of want to go for, considering how bad we are at penalties. I'm kind of mad. I'm sorry, Emery's in charge of Gijon. I know this has just come out of nowhere, but it just follows a player that I was tracking who went to Gijon. What? Like, Spain I understand, Leipzig I understand. This is the player I was tracking, by the way. Had my eye on him when he was in America, and then he went to Man City last year, and then has already moved on. I don't know what's happened there, but Now, the main news here is the fact that Medina has taken injury in the meantime, which means Borges stays in the team for this one too. Dutra in goal, Ingler, Borges, Edgar, Shaw, Wilson, Carlos, Velasquez, Madeira, Ebersbach and Robertson make up the 11 for this particular one. Sticking with Velasquez, he is on paper just a better player than Squires in that Brazil role. You just see the comparison up there, dribbling 7 better. Only Squires' work rate and vision outdo Velasquez's in that comparison list there. So for that, actually, I'm going to give it. I'm caving. I'm giving it to the player who's played well. Still not completely match sharp, and it is Cardiff we're playing here. Keep the run going in the league, of course. Unbeaten. Technically, it was a draw with Leeds as well, so we've not lost in 90 minutes to anyone so far, and I do need to take it off director. We are balanced this one away from home, of course. Don't want to risk it. Let's get those scores back, thank you. Middlesbrough, by the way, having a brilliant start so far. Almost thankful for the lack of highlights, just so it balances out the 2 games, fitting it in today's episode. Shaw. You win some, you lose some. Although so far we haven't lost any. Edgar. Rodrigo. Knock on in Borges for the first time there. Edgar. Carlos. Forward now. Carlos again. Lovely 1-2 with Ebersbach. Gone in through. Robertson's there. He smashed at the defender. And that's probably the highlight. Because good blocks count. That's what we all like to see, isn't it? Great blocks. That's what we live for. Highlight-wise. Madeira. Anyway. Hang on. It's a corner. What am I doing? There we go. So far, we've had 8 shots. We've seen one of them and it was blocked. Shows the quality of the other 7, I guess. Ebersbach on the wrong side of the pitch, charging now. Just momentarily turning into a winger with his strong left foot. Still there. And just gives it to them. Not used to being on that side, are you, dear? Gonçalves now pushes forward. Shower's there to take that ball for him, and he's tackled. And we haven't regained the possession yet. Squires, now we have. Carlos, say it and it'll happen. Ebersbach scores. Not quite. Madeira, not quite. Squires. There we are. Woodman straight at him. Okay, now we're getting highlights. Great. Gonçalves. We've had 72%. Sorry, we've had 72% of the possession at Cardiff, who have just been relegated last year. This year. Words are hard sometimes. We've hit the bar. The number of times we hit the woodwork, by the way, in the interim games is ridiculous. I think we hit it about 4 times in that Birmingham match. One highlight, the same player hit both posts. Or it might have been a very good save, and then he managed to hit the other sided post. I had no idea how he didn't score. Literally, about 3 yards out, hits the keeper, gets it back, and then hits the other post. It was easier to score than it was to miss that one. Anyway, passionately say, no, assertively say, I'm not happy, actually. We've had the better of this, we should have scored by now. Madeira and Robertson are 6.4s. Yeah, admittedly, one player in the defence was slightly demotivated by that. It kind of makes sense. They've done alright. For half an hour, like 53 minutes, they've had 27% of the position. Cardiff! Have they got Bruce in charge? Has he moved again? Squires. Madeira. Kind of didn't realise that Squires has kept running there. Ingler. Come on. Ebersbach's there. Over. It's going to be one of those games, isn't it? It's going to be one of those games. Right, so Cardiff. I'm taking my glasses off. I don't even want to watch this. I can't see it. It's all a blur. I can see a blue dot and that's about it. He saved it. I should do this every time. I only know he saved it because I couldn't see flashing at the bottom. That's literally the only thing I knew. The reason why it hadn't gone in. I think I found a trick here, guys. Obviously not a thing. Coincidence is not correlation. There's a nervous player. He's at left back. That's great. Yeah, the 6 point forwards. Goodbye. They're all motivated by that penalty save, by the way. Like, yeah, we could do this. Cardiff are in 11th. Like, they are on 10 points. Solid 5 behind us. Oh, great. I nearly swapped him over because of the Ingler thing. Now, the stupid thing here is we've just replaced Alonso. Ebersbach is a little tired. He's played well, but right, at this point, just defend, guys. Just defend. Get the point. Get the point. Sorry, it just went silent as that. They're just cannoned in the... Where have they suddenly just got back into this game in terms of shots? I know we've just lost a man, but still. We're still in this. We've still had nearly 70% of the possession, despite the fact we've gone a man down, and if that's the one that went in, if that's the shot that had gone in, I'd have been fine with it. Squires heads it onto Chroma. There's a reason for this highlight, or is it just from that absolute banger of a chance there from then? I mean, he's gone down the other side of the pitch, and now he's been fouled. He's not been sent off. Go a little bit more direct, of course. There's a highlight. They've gone 4-4-2. There's a highlight. Look back here. Can't score the bloody penalty, but he scores that. This is how we lose our unbeaten streak. This is how we lose the unbeaten streak. With a game like this. Rezo, Kone, Just across the back. And, well, could you jump next time, Ingler? Can you jump? What's his jumping? Sorry, I need to find out. I know he's a little tired. Jump reach 12. Not the shortest. And, well, his heading's 10. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see how he was out-jumped. Great. That's 5. I uttered the immortal words, it's going to be one of those games. Just keep them to yourself next time. No, aggressive, I am not happy. We're on top of that. We should have scored. They missed a penalty, and then we had a man sent off. Like, you're the one who reveals the fury. Probably could have read between the lines on that one. 1 match ban. What a day, folks. What a day. Probably do this double away games against Bristol and Aston Villa next. See how we do there. Until then, ta-ra.